It's in the game. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Noles will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That's going to be the challenge for this offense tonight, is holding up against this pass rush. They're one of the best defenses in the entire nation because of their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to do a much better job tonight protecting their guy, or they've got no shot.
Looking for room, it's Allen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Seminoles offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. It on the option. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Green. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He tries to take the top off. He's got it on the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs some football, and there he goes.
And this guy's just starting to have a knack, just an ability to find the football, to make big plays. Some guys are just built like that. He gets the fumble here. Last week he had 2. Man, just finds the football in big moments.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line to pick up a 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's Scott. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He gets it away from his own end zone. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, running back gets to give. There he goes! And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Finds his man. It's Davis. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Red pass hits complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Lucas. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Seminoles have this offense rolling. Right on the money. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the move. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal. Brown will throw it, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, no! He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No, nobody's got him.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. Akron overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from InfoCision Stadium, these Zips got to be thrilled with this result. A busy day in the MAC, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give to the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. The inside handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. To throw, it's Bailey. Finds his man. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The Noles have a lot of options on second and inches. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Now on first down from the 43. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Give to the big fullback. Tying it on! They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Barry. Pressure coming. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, NC State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ballgame.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Finds the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's McCoy. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
That's caught. It's Allen. Turns it on in midfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Makes the grab. It's Boston. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Boston. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Gets it out fast. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming.
With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's McCoy. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Seminoles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The give to Davis. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
He's loose on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Line is set on 3rd down. To the air, it's Berry. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. To the air on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Fires to the big fella. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Back to pass on second down. Oh, they're after him. He makes a catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback, using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
This crowd knows when to bring it. The play-action fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beaten right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Offense working from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. Still trying to take it back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Rush is on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Trying play action. Now adjusting. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Under fire. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. Offense in an empty set. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. Just what they'd hoped for on third down, as they've got a first at the 32. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want it.
There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Gonna look downfield again. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Dropping back, it's Barry. Makes the grab, it's Hayes. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Running to Green. Wide open spaces. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Good timing on the quick out. He's loose down the left side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. been surgical. Precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. NC State going up-tempo.
A good start by this offense, something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so
Turning it on! Runs for the tackle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the
Touchdown, Wolfpack! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Here comes the biggest drive for the defense, desperate to get a stop. Got the quick pass. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Offense in a split backfield. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. There's the pressure. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Davis. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch play.